Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis I, Michael A. Grimm, aka the Multi-Voice. I have many voices, but one opinion. And I hope you fellas are enjoying the planetary retrospect of my review. There's going to be another one coming up next week, but on this week, I decided to do something that I haven't done in a long, long time. I haven't done a theory, a crossover theory. Except this is going to be more than just a crossover theory, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to become a what if. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of crossover theory I'll be talking about is, of course, and what if it'll be, what if Pennywise is in Japan? And the crossover theory would be Gamera versus Pennywise, or Gamera tai Pennywise in Japanese. Or if you prefer, if you want a Japanese version of it, be called So. I mean, hell, right now HBO Max is doing a TV series called It, Welcome to Derry. Sort of a prequel series based on Stephen King's book about Pennywise and, of course, some of the people who are the Losers Club. But the idea here, ladies and gentlemen, is I thought instead of I've done a lot of research on Stephen King's version of Pennywise and, of course, It. Like, I know that Pennywise here is actually a cosmic being from the Macroverse. And he landed on Earth during the prehistoric time. And he lie dormant until people starts evolving, and now he starts taking over Derry, Maine, and that's the town that he landed on. And he feasts on children's fear. More scared, the tastier they are. And of course, he covers the town full of hatred and malice, like it's racist, it's homophobic, it's prejudice against Jewish people and black people and gays and tons of other stuff that people are against. And of course, most of the people knows about the town, but they choose to ignore it. All the terrible stuff Pennywise done to the kids, people ignore it because they don't care about their kids. And yes, I know about the books. I know about the book scene after the kids destroyed Pennywise for the first time and they got lost in the underground tunnel. I'm familiar with the book and I dare not want to mention it. But instead of the book version, how about let's get all Japanese, shall we? Now, of course, in the Japanese words and what they would call Pennywise, he has something. He he's Pennywise is a shapeshifter. He can take many forms, and also he's one of the deadlights. That's the true form. What he is, the deadlights. Anybody who stares from the lights goes completely mad and go into a trance. Except by him being the deadlights, in Japanese they would call him the Daidoeto. The Daidoeto. And saying that he's from the microverse, they would call it the Makuro Bustle. The Makura Bustle, which means microverse. Yeah, I've been learning a couple of Japanese words thanks to Google Translate. What can I say? I'm more attached to the Japanese because I'm always so fascinated with Asian stuff. And of course, we even have our Japanese version of the Losers Club, also known as Wazuazao Korabu. Wazuazao Korabu, which means Losers Club in Japanese. But instead, now one thing I remember in the book that they even mention it from the book is, of course, the giant turtle goes by the name of Metron. Metron, the giant turtle, who is a benevolent being who represents creation and everything. And of course, throughout the book, I mean, he was the one who connected to Billy, the leader of the Losers Club. And of course, on the second part of the book, when they all grew up, turns out that Metron died. But of course, instead of Metron being the one that is all that is good, how about the Zuazua Koaus Losers Club? They summon somebody who will be able to protect them and also protect the small town that is similar to Maine. I mean, they say this town is a sister to Maine, Portland, known as Shanagou City. What if Pennywise landed on Shanagou City? And every time when Pennywise is doing his evil ways, they always summon Gamera! Gamera! That's right. Instead of Metron as the giant turtle, this time Gamera's going to be the turtle. And he's going to protect Shanagou City. And the Razuru Kurabu. Sometimes I get a little slow when trying to pronounce it sometimes, so bear with me. And of course, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, it would be a Gamera tis Pennywise, just like on the title here. And of course, it'll be pretty interesting seeing Gamera just trying to battle against Pennywise, or Pennywise take the form of that winged creature and try to take down Gamera. But Gamera, with the help of the Japanese Losers Club, they start helping him defeat Pennywise. And that is my crossover theory in this Gamera versus Pennywise, or Gamera te Pennywise. I mean, any of you who've been watching this, I mean, think about it. This would be an interesting crossover theory and a big what if. If the Japanese would be interested in making a Pennywise, I mean, a Japanese version of Pennywise involving kaijus. I mean, why not? I mean, there's a Bollywood version of it, also known as Whoa. A Bollywood Indian version of Stephen King's It, also known as Whoa, where it's supposed to be about a dwarf clown who was tricked and teased by people and therefore died from embarrassment, died of a broken heart, and now his ghost starts haunting most of the India kids. And what they're trying to do, they were trying to help him find out what really happened so his soul can be free. Very different than the Stephen King version. But I know that the Japanese would definitely make it more traditional. I think. I don't know. I mean, sometimes when they make... I mean, when we take something from Japanese, we make it pretty good. But when the Japanese take something from us, they make it awesome. Because it's way better in their own style than our style. And yes, this one's going to be like Pennywise against Kaiju. I mean, heck, do a comic book version. Hell, Marvel, or, I mean, if any of you ever want to read any of Stephen King's comics, look up the Marvel of Stephen King's omnibus of Dark Towers and The Stand. Because that's one thing Marvel did. And if you want to read some Gamera, find this Gamera collection. They have DVDs, Blu-rays, and of course all the comic books from Dark Horse they've done of Gamera. And of course, one thing I would mention there's even a brand new Gamera on Netflix called Gamera Rebirth. And I know some of your people are saying, why Gamera? Why not Godzilla? Have we had enough with Godzilla right now? And besides, and if any of you are wondering who would win a fight between Godzilla and Gamera, look up Death Battle of Godzilla and Gamera. You will enjoy the fight between Godzilla and Gamera. And right now, Godzilla is busy being with King Kong, since they're kind of crossing over between Japan and America. And of course, right now, DC got the rights, and now Godzilla and King Kong are battling against the Justice League. And there's already a Godzilla battling against the Marvel Universe. Ain't that interesting? Hell, when I went to the store to get some comic books, I found these, folks. Marvel comic books of Rise of Ultraman. And I was like, Ultraman is supposed to be a Japanese superhero. And now, Marvel, got the rights with the Japanese company to do comic books. Let's just hope that the MCU ain't planning to make their version of it. I would hate to see an MCU version of Ultraman. But enough about the Pennywise and Kaiju and stuff. As for me, there's one certain character that I wish it should be Japanese. And that is Dracula. Or, in Japanese, Dracula. Dracula. Trying to pronounce it, damn it. The Dracula. But, I'm still on it. I'm still thinking about that they should do a Japanese version of Dracula and be more like the Universal version of Dracula with Bela Lugosi, except have Dracula be played by a Chinese actor and have his outfit be in white. And why white? Because, did you know in Japan, people wore white in funerals instead of black? So why not a Chinese Dracula who wears white? And also have a Korean actor to play Van Helsing. Except this Van Helsing, he's like a Korean Sean Connery, where he is old, but he is suave and dashing, good-looking. He's a good-looking old man. And all the other characters, like Mina, Jonathan Harker, Renfield, and all the others would be all Japanese. I kind of like it that way. And another thing I wish I like to have? I like to have the Japanese novel of Dracula. Even though I don't read Japanese, but I just like to have the Japanese edition of Dracula. And not the second one. I just don't like the cover. I just prefer the other one. Because it looks cooler. So far, the Japanese already did their own version of Dracula. But in musical number. I mean, hell, they already made Japanese Dracula the musical, played by the lovely Wuyaka. So, I just think it would be pretty cool if there is a Japanese Dracula. And for those of you who likes my idea about Gamera against Dracula, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe for more. Anyway, this is my review for today. Oh, sorry about that. And next up, I'm going to pick up where I left off on Planetary. So, I'm the multi-voice reviewer. I remember so I can jog your memory. Ha, ha, ha. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, ha, ha. And I thought my jokes are bad. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis I, the Joker, returned. Well, he did a good job. And I have to say, Michael A. Graham, turning Japanese, I really think so.